or what you have been through. Thank God it's fabulous. I'm Welda Paley.
And I'm Fasia Hilton.
Welcome.
Thank God it's fabulous.
Male nurses.
Patient comfort, values, and beliefs.
Thank God it's fabulous. What is cancer? What is your perception of cancer?
Well, today our guest will be sharing her story on living with cancer.
Thank God it's fabulous.
Friendship. What is a true friend? He's my friend. She's my friend. Can a male and a female be true friends?
What are the benefits of friendship? Are there true friends with benefits or not? How do you know somebody is a friend? What are the criteria? What are the requirements to have a friend?
Thank God it's fabulous. Well, today we are going to be talking about career choices.
Do you make career choices based on your habits, or things you love, or what's trending, or what would be your livelihood?
Is it going to be vocational or is it going to be higher education? What's your choice?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are 2 minutes early today for the first time.
Yes, that's always the first time.
So we are excited because we're trying out a lot of new things, and some of it working, some of it still got a little jam and some hitch, but we're gonna get there because we will not stop until we get to where we want to be.
That's right.
So you see how today, after our promo, then we are already on the screen. Before you have to wait, then we will come in. Now we're moving up.
Technology savvy.
Technology.
Nobody leaving us behind. These two old folks.
All righty. I'm Professor Welda Paley.
And I'm Fasia Hilton. Thank
God, it is
it's
fabulous. Well,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what you have been going through this whole week.
Or what you have been through.
Thank
Thank
God,
God, it is
it's
fabulous.
fabulous.
Yes.
So today we bring you another episode of Thank God is Fabulous. And today we're going to be talking about words that are used incorrectly.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times, not even a lot of times, all the time, you are what you say.
So true.
You are what you write.
Yes.
So if you write something that is not correct grammatically, it is you.
It is you.
And sometimes it's just little prepositions and prepositional phrases. It's just a comma at the top of an is not. Change everything. But those little things means a lot in English. We know texting has come. It's even making things worse for those who can't spell, don't understand the little words, don't know when to use it, don't understand the meaning, but because they all sound alike, you want to use it. But context is everything. You use the right word in the wrong context, it gives it a whole different meaning. Like what I put up for this show was, let's make Liberia great again. Grate. You put Liberia on the grater and grade them down.
I'm telling you.
But somebody who doesn't know the difference could put grate when they meant great.
Yeah.
They all sound alike, but they have different meanings. So we're going to talk about a couple of them today. Okay. So Fasia, if you want to get started, let's jump right in there.
Yes, and you are right, because at least for us, we were fortunate enough to have gone to, and we're not trying to put anybody down. This is just a learning tool for
Yep.
all of us. We all, we're all imperfectly perfect.
Yep.
Okay. So, but we had phonics to help us out in school. We had SRA,
Yep.
and at the time, we didn't think that it would be of help
Yep.
down the line.
So true.
But coming from a different continent, a different country, and coming
Yep.
into another country, and especially going to school here,
Yep.
it's totally different.
Totally different.
So I was listening to something on the radio, and they were talking about how words that are used incorrectly, and how people just comment simple words like
Yeah.
to and too.
Yes.
People have trouble with it.
Yep.
Even college
Yep.
graduates
Yep.
have
And
trouble with
TWO.
it. Yes. Yes. And then you are,
Yep.
YO apostrophe
YOU apostrophe RE.
you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we're not English professors, no, but we just thought it wise to come and point some of these words out to
Yep.
you guys. So, but the first thing I wanted to go by, and I'm at fault of that too, because sometimes I will say the phrase, oh man, that stuff was so funny, I literally passed out, but literally means that it happened.
Yes.
Something actually happened.
Yep.
I didn't literally pass. I did not pass out. I felt like I was going to, but I didn't. But we said, oh, I literally died in that thing. No, you're still alive.
Yep.
So let's be careful as
And
to
people like to use that
literally,
literally,
yes,
and they use it casually.
yes. So
And that's funny because that literally being used like that is so common here in
yeah,
America. It's very common in America.
very.
Like it's supposed to be some kind of fascinating term. I literally. They say it
Yes,
so much, you know. Mm.
yes, and then another word too that a lot of people use wrongly. Let me
Mm.
get to what I have is the word compliment with an I, COMPLIMENT, and then with the E, COMPLEMNT, COMPLEMENT.
MENT.
Yes. So compliment with an I means to say something nice to
Yeah,
someone.
yeah,
Okay. Like I'll say, oh, Professor Paley, that outfit you have on is beautiful. That's a compliment. Now, compliment with an E means to add or to enhance, to improve something.
yeah.
So people use that, wrongly. You wanna chime in there?
Yeah. And two words, and when you're writing, they really become your headache. Affect and effect. It is so funny that you never know what you really want to use them for until you really get into the habit of wanting to write something and you want to say, okay, I don't know what was the effect of that. Now you're like, okay, is that the affect, AFF, or is that the EFF? And the AFF is influence, and the EFF is a noun that denotes the outcome of something. If you take medication, the effect of the medication will be to fix whatever body part you took it for. If you took laxative, you mean you wanted to purge your stomach. That's the effect. But what would be the effect of it is the typical of a change. What influence it? What would be the effect of your behavior when you do something? Not what you take to affect your body. Is like what you're putting out. But it is, people don't look at it like that. They just say, oh, and especially when you're not talking, but you're writing. That's when it gets really scary. Because now, if you put the wrong word in the sentence, but that's not what you meant, then it mess up everything. Another one was lesser and few.
Yeah, I have that one too.
All right. And you know, when I was looking at them, I say, you know what? When you don't think about it, you don't think about it as in, oh, but they're both the same. People can say fewer and lesser, but it's not so. When you're speaking in terms of fewer, it's things that you can count.
Yes.
Things that you cannot count, that's why you use less. Can you imagine that?
I know. I was looking at that and I was like, oh wow. You know?
I got few coins. You know? Anything that is countable, you can put it in number of 1 days, 2 days, 3 days, you use fewer. Anything that you can count, you put it in less. The rice, you can't count the grains. So the rest is less than the one you had yesterday, not fewer than the one you had yesterday.
That's right. Yes. Or less time.
Less time.
Less time. Fewer hours.
Yes.
You can count the hours.
1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. That's a very good one. That's a very good one in terms of time. And yes, it's a very good one. Because we take these things for granted. But when you say it, people who really understand it, it comes across differently. It's like, okay, why is the person saying it that way? And as far as you're concerned, oh yes, that's the way it is. No.
Yeah, and I was looking at this one, blew my mind. Every day, with the day separated from every, and then every day as in one word.
Yeah.
They're two different things.
Yes.
So every day with the day separated as in two words means every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So every day of the week. So I would say, did you ate bagels? You ate bagels for breakfast each day of the week.
Yeah.
So you would say you ate bagels. I had bagels every day. Yeah. So that's every day as in two words.
Yes.
But if you say every day as in one word, it means commonplace or normal. I decided to wear your everyday shoes. So that's when you use the one word everyday shoes. And I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, wow, for real. Because we don't do it that way. Every day is every day. You know, people use it in the sense of, I want to say every day.
Every day. And when you're writing it, because I think I made that mistake and put the word together. Every day.
Yeah.
But it's you. Man, English is a difficult language. Even for us that are fluent in it, it is difficult.
Yes.
Very, very difficult.
An apostrophe changes a whole word.
Yes.
Principle.
Oh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm.
You know, my kids in Liberia, I'm paying school fees, you would text me. Don't give me texting language.
I hate
Write
that.
whatever it is. Write it out. I want to be able to read it. I want to make sure that money I pay, you can put your
Yes.
preposition. You can spell what you really mean. Don't tell me say I, then you put a A-R-E there instead of a I.
I.
And they'll be struggling with it. I like, you know what? It's so sad because when we were in school, that's the thing they're whooping you for.
Yes. I mean,
But
that
it's
is not a
to
mistake
write
that
you
we had.
something and you
I'm
like,
sorry.
what?
That is not a mistake that we had.
Yeah. They want to say, are you hungry? They put a big capital I, then they say you hungry. No, that's not the I that you want. It's funny because that's not the I you want. That I want. That's not. It used to be funny because when I texting back with them, I say you got a wrong I in there. It sounds funny because it like, is there a right I and a wrong I? Yes, there is. Yes, there is a right I and a wrong I, and when to use it. You know. Lord help us all. You know, when we're thinking about the topic here, I start thinking, I say, the way plenty of people can get confused between THAN and THEN. Then and then. I think that's why American people can make certain things is more heavily said and more lighter said. Like for them, say then and then. But at the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
People have problem
the
with
A
that.
and the E, if you don't place it correctly, even though they are two different letters, it means something different.
Yes.
I don't know if I see it, but we'll be there.
we'll try.
We will get there.
Another one is good and well.
Yes.
So good is an adjective and it describes something. Okay. So if you did a good job, I would say, you did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well is an adverb and it describes something that was done. And then so I will say you can do your job well. I won't say you can do your job good.
Mm-hmm.
But we have problems with that.
We just use it anyhow.
Anyhow.
But how about lie down here and lay down here?
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you fun. Wait. My girlfriend, you know Miara, right?
Yeah.
Oh, her mom is a funky old lady. She is a stickler for English. And if you would ask her, you would say, Amanda, do you want to lay down? I mean, she'll politely correct you. No, I don't want to lie down. She would tell you, she won't embarrass you though, but she will correct it in the sentence. She'll say, no, thank you. I don't want to lie down.
Yes. And you know, lie, as in Lie, can go both ways. Telling a false tale is a lie. Laying in a position is lie. So you got to be careful when you're using it. Then there is lay. Lay is setting something down.
Yes.
But we use it interchangeably as if it is, when really it's not. When you lie your body down, trust me, you can't lay it down because nobody picks you up like that and put you down.
Mm-mm.
You do it yourself. You lie down. That means you put yourself in a position. And when you lay, you pick it up and you put it there. Can you imagine that?
Mm.
And somebody will think about it, but like, oh, wow. Didn't even think about it like that. Lie and lay. And back home, we say, lay down there. Go lie down there. But that's a nice one.
Yes. Ensure with an IN or ensure
With
EN. People get that confused. And I mean, it's kind of easy, but for sometimes people make mistakes. You know,
Yeah.
so insure is insurance. Okay. But to insure means to make sure
Yeah.
with an E. But sometimes people use that wrongly.
But what's about serial? Serial number
Mm-hmm.
and cereal flakes.
Yep. C and the S.
Yep. But those words again. Pair. P-A-R-R and P-E-A-R. Put a pair down there. Which one? Is it the one that have two of the similar kind? Or is it the one I need to eat?
Hmm.
Right. Right is another one. W-R-I-T-E and R-I-G-H-T.
Yes. People have problems with that a lot.
I was standing right here. But when they're writing it, comes the problem because depending on what you write, it may not be what you really want to express.
So true.
I
Or
remember
mm-hmm.
Douglas has sent this letter. He says somebody wrote a letter to him, and it was so funny. But you know, all these kinds of words is the words that were used in the letter, but it was used for the meaning. But that's not what the person wanted to say. They were writing to their boyfriend, and they chose all the words that have the opposite of everything. Like bored. I am bored because I'm tired sitting out here, or I am bored. B-O-A-R-D is a bored.
Mm-hmm.
And B-O-R-E-D. That's why when you're talking to somebody, if you don't understand what they mean, you need to ask. Because they might say it, the word sounds alike, but that's not what they're talking about. And the whole time you're in the conversation, you're saying to yourself, but what she mean by that? Or what did he mean by that? Just ask. Because when they give you the context, now you can understand what spelling will fit the category. Flower and flower.
Mm-hmm.
F-L-O-U-R and F-L-O-W-E-R. Flower.
Yes.
Which one are you talking about? Are we baking or are we decorating? You know.
Yeah. Another one is stationary with the Nary or stationary Nery.
All right. Yep.
And so the Nery stationary, those are things that you write on, or you know, your
Yep.
pens, your the pencils, the
Yep.
envelopes, papers, those are Nery. Now when you say something is stationary
It
with
ain't going
the
nowhere.
Ary, meaning it's not moving, it's
Yep.
idle.
Yep. We won again. W-O-N and O-N-E.
Oh yes.
Right now, so that you can see on Facebook. Liberia is playing counted meat. We won again, but as an O-N-E they put there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good for you.
Yes.
And sometimes they will go to the extent of putting the number one there. We won. So that statements become ambiguous because now are we one or are we one? Which one is it?
Is it victorious?
Ah,
Or is it, you know, just one?
one.
Oh
Sun and sun.
God. Mm.
S-U-N, S-O-N. Which one do you want us to discuss? Are we talking about your offspring or are we talking about the sun, the celestial body?
Mm.
And look, before you send something to anyone, take your time and take your dictionary. Now you don't even need dictionary anymore. You can just pull those words up and put it on your phone, on Google. It'll tell you the meaning. Understand the meanings before you use it because you'll be shocked. You write something that has a whole different context and connotation, you would lost somebody, but that's
Yeah.
not what you meant to do. And don't let it be something that is relating to your career. That would not be nice.
No.
No.
Another one is peak, P-E-A-K, and peak, P-E-E-K.
Yeah.
So P-E-A-K is at the highest point,
Yeah.
the peak of the mountain. That's
Yeah.
P-E-A-K.
Yeah.
Now, to peek means to take a glance at something.
Yeah.
P-E-E-K is
Yeah.
like you peeking to see something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two different meanings. Sound
Two different meanings.
so much alike.
Bear, the animal bear, and to endure, bear, B-E-A-R, and B-A-R-E. I can't bear it no more to put one big bear there. Always just check these words out before you use them, or else they change the meaning of what you wanted to say. And once it's written, you can retract it. Like, oh, I didn't mean that.
Words don't get rotten.
Yeah.
So you have to.
Supposed to check it before you send it out.
Yes.
Sale. S-A-I-L. S-A-L-E. You want to sell something? Or you want to take a sail down the river? What would it be? What's up a night and night?
Yeah, K and the N.
K-N and an N. A night, K-N-I-G-H-T, a noble person, or it's bedtime. Go to night, N-I-G-H-T. Separated by just the letter K.
Like mute, M-U-T-E, and moot, M-O-O-T.
Yes.
So, you mute the button, that's without sound, unspoken.
Yeah.
Okay. But moot is something that is of no importance.
Yeah. Waste and waste. Your waistline and you're wasting something.
Yes.
W-A-S-T-E and W-A-I-S-T. What's up a beach and beach? B-E-E-C-H and B-E-A-C-H. A beach is a tree. And a beach is the water meeting the sand somewhere near the ocean. That's the beach. Spelled two different ways, pronounced the same. Another one that I like, when I saw it, I like, oh yeah. Sell. Cell phone and make a sale. Or sell something. S-E-L-L and C-E-L-L. Break. And check the car brake. B-R-A-K-E. B-R-E-A-K. The brake. But one would take it apart and the other one would stop it.
So bring and take. Now, they both have to do with objects being moved or carried.
Yeah.
But the difference is in the point of reference. You bring things here and you take things to them there. So you will ask people to bring something to you and you will ask people to take something to someone elsewhere.
Yeah. 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 Here and here. H-E-R-E, H-E-A-R.
That one is tough for a lot of people. And the way I distinguish it is hear to hear stuff, it has ear at the end.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ear,
Yes.
yes. So if you want to differentiate, then in the hear as in to hear stuff, it has ear at the end. Your
Yeah.
ear.
And the one that's positional is HERE. Yeah. What's about allow and allow? ALLOW
Mm-hmm.
and ALOUD.
Hmm.
One is audible and the other one is permission.
Yeah.
I will allow you. You're too loud. It's a loud. It's an audible
Allow. Yeah.
sound. No.
Yeah.
And you never get confused by these words until you use them.
So true.
Then you got to deal with the meaning of what you just said. That's what makes it important to look it up. Know it before you use it. Yep. Flare and flare. FLARE, FLARR. When something suddenly happens or bursts out or erupt, it's a flare. When something is distinctive, it's flare, as in style.
Hmm. So it says award and reward. An award is a prize. So like you won a Grammy award for the song you wrote or the song you sang. Reward is something given in return for an effort, achievement, hard work, merit. But it's those two is like you can argue about those two
Yeah.
because my reward can
It's
be
one
my
of the ones
award.
that can say, I use it simultaneously.
Yes. Oh, English. The English language is I give credit to those that English is their second language. And some people come here and they pick up so quickly. For us, it's like second nature because
Yeah.
this is our first language.
Yeah.
But for those whose is their second language, that's tough.
Somebody asked me today at work, he said, what we talked about last week, microaggression, he said, how long you been here? Now, the first thing that came to my mind, how long I've been on this job. So I wanted to answer and then I caught myself. I said, what's the context of the question? He said, no, I mean, how long you been in this country? I said, very good, because what you asked me before could be how long I've been on this job, how
Or how
long
long I've been here today.
I've been here today, or how long I have lived in Indiana, or how long I have been away from my country. So it was too broad. You asked me that question. So I needed you to clarify to find out exactly where you're going. Then when he told me, oh, I mean, how long you been in this country? I said, if you don't mind me asking, what's the intent for the question's answer? He said, huh? I said, you want to answer to that question, right? But what do you intend to use it for? What relevance are you asking? I know you didn't just ask to ask. He said, no, because I wanted to ask you about some Africans that I knew. I said, there you go. You about to bring this conversation on for yourself today. You asked for this one. I said, you want to ask me about some Africans that you know? He said, yeah. I said, firstly, before you think about the Africans you want to talk about, I'm not from Africa. I'm from Liberia. That's one country in West Africa. That's where I'm from. So if you're bringing the whole continent to me now,
I don't know about it.
I can't help you there. He himself had to laugh.
And it's so funny because they think that we all just know it.
We
There's
just know each
there's
other.
this big old pie that we all sit and we know each other.
Yeah. He himself had to laugh. He said, okay, I get where you're coming from. I said, seriously? You want to ask me about Africa? Some of the country that I never even been there yet. And then he said, somebody asked him which part of Africa you were from. And he told them he wasn't from Africa. I said, you lie because you're from Africa. You're from Ghana. He said, why Ghana? I said, because you are very black. He said, why is that? I said, because you're closer to the equator. All the countries that are closer to the equator, they need more melanin in the skin so that they don't die from the ray of the sun. He said, oh my, I didn't know that. I said, yes. So check your heritage. That's
Is
where
it from Ghana or Senegal?
I said, that's where your father people came from. I said, and the darker you are, we know you from Senegal. He said, which country is that? I said, they're all in West Africa.
Oh,
At this point now, we're just messing with him, but he really didn't know. He really didn't know. I said, okay, today you ask your own problem because I will deal with you today.
I remember saying you further inside.
You further inside. Then he told me, he said, I like talking to you. You are very educated and intelligent. I said, oh, what am I supposed to be? Unintelligent and uneducated because I'm from Africa. He said, no. I don't need to be disrespectful. I said, you know what? Quit now while you're ahead because you can't win this one. I didn't want to take you through the whole step of the microaggression and read treaty. I said, just quit now while you're here because you can't win. He said, yeah, I see that now. He said, but I like it. I really do like it. I said, yeah. It's funny, but it's different. But you got to think about it. I said, next time, if you meet somebody that has an accent, find out where they're from. Then they will tell you, if they come up and tell you, say, I'm from Africa, tell them there is no way you can be. You correct them. Say, there's no way you can be from a continent. I need to know which country specifically you're from. That narrow things down for you. I said, because now you're ready to look for these people, you will never find them. You look for Africans, you will never find them because they're everywhere. He said, okay, I see. I say, yeah, it's sad, but it's the truth. You cannot find Africans because everybody is Africans, but you got to find out which country the person from to if you know them. I say in America, people don't take the interest to know more, but they want to associate. Oh, I got an African friend. Excuse me. So your friends are African. Which country they from?
You don't know.
I don't know. They're just African. Oh, Lord. Yeah. But if it were before, that would have been a fight. But I like, okay, I'm gonna help him today. He fought in the right trap, and I'm gonna educate him. So I really took my time with him. But after that, we ended to the point where he goes out and fish. So we had to make peace. I like, you fish. He said, yeah. I said, but then bring me some fish.
You should have asked him, do you fish and drop back, or do you fish and keep?
No, he fish and take out. He showed me.
Can you just imagine? You go fish, you catch the good fish, then you throw it back. Really?
They said a hobby. No, let me take care of your hobby for you.
Oh, God.
Let me cook your hobby for you.
I would take you back to the farm for that man, he rooster, so he can ask.
So, y'all, let me tell you this joke. I've been looking for some live chickens to buy because they taste better and you all know they're different. So I found this guy who had 2 roosters. His problem with the roosters were they are just fighting every other rooster and they're not giving them the chance to mate with the hens. So he wanted to get rid of them. So I said, I can handle that for you. So I go to get the roosters and he tell me that when I bring the roosters and they mate, I should take picture and send it back to him. I said, okay, no problem. That is not a problem. So while taking a restore, of course, it's a bird. It started fluffing its feathers, and he like, calm down, calm down. She's taking you. You will meet a nice hen, and you will meet. And in my heart, I'm like, that hen is in my belly. And when you're well done, you will meet her because it will not be an easy promoter, and you will fall down inside. But anyway, he's waiting for the pictures. But that hen been cooked,
That pen is gone.
gone in the promoter and cassava leaf at that. So it's gonna be difficult to bring them back. But they are waiting for their mate. They will meet on the other side. Oh my goodness. So if you find yourself in a position where you are writing a letter, making a statement, anything that's in black and white that's going to go from you, and is have those words that are used incorrectly, do not hesitate to find the meaning of the word you want to use, because you might just find out you're about to use it wrongly. And we just shedding light on some. There are so many of them that you can use incorrectly, and the outcome is worse, and the effect of it is worse. So before you make that mistake, always find the meaning of your words. It saves you a bunch of if I had known.
Yes. And words are powerful. I love words. We have an inside joke in our group chat, our classroom group chat,
Yeah.
and they call me lexicon because I love words. But just from a small age, I was always fascinated with words. And I say this to say to parents, if you have young children,
Mhm.
try to introduce them to words. What I did with Lexi when she was, I think, 6, I bought her a children's dictionary,
Mm.
and I told her, every day I want you to look in there, pick a word that you like, give me the definition, and use it in a sentence. And it builds up their vocabulary.
Yeah. Because
It
they're
builds.
not teaching phonics like that
No,
anymore.
no, not at all. And so we have to step in with our kids. And like you said, with this texting and using all these, I don't even some of these text lingos, I don't know them. And I tell Lexi, you're texting me, don't send me a full sentence. If you send me a text with all these abbreviations, I will not respond because I don't know
Yep.
what you're talking about.
Yep. Yep.
And people get used to that, because you do more texting sometimes than talking nowadays and
Yep.
writing. So now when you go to transcribe it on a paper, you do the same thing. You're not thinking,
Yep.
you do the same thing. And professional letters and stuff, and you see all of these errors.
Yep. So
We're
true.
not perfect, but strive to do your best.
Well, hopefully we're able to touch some of the things that you struggle with, that you come across that you couldn't make sense of. Hopefully now you will have another take on some of these words, how and when to use them,
Mhm.
so that you do not find yourself in a pickle. For say, that's another thing we're going to talk about on another day. Those words that you use together, and they only use together to convey a particular message or phrase or point, like pins and needles,
Mm-hmm.
safe and sound, like that. We'll talk about it on another day.
Okay.
But yes, when you find yourself in a pickle, that's not a good place. You don't want to be there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, very acidic. So we brought these words to you today so you can laugh about it, but feel not to forget it, so that you don't use it incorrectly.
Correct.
Okay. Some of them are funny, some of them are easy, but some of them will land you in the worst place that you ever imagine you will be, just because the context of what you use it in, you know. You want to write and read something that meaning is clear, that you can't transcribe it any other way to mean something else other than what you intended it to be. So you got to take these words and use them with the intended purpose. Find
And
out the meaning.
always proofread before you send something. Always, because when you think you didn't make that mistake, the mistake is there. Always,
When
always.
you know I proofread so much that even attachment, when I add it to an email, I go back and open my own attachment to make sure that's the right attachment that's in there.
Yes. Because I can tell you 9 times out of 10 you will catch an error.
Yep.
And sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's just the auto keyboard that, when you're typing, is suggesting and they're putting things there and you think this is what you put there, but the keyboard has put something else there that means something totally different.
Totally different from what you were intending to put there. I love it. When it just think it knows what your mind
want to
is
say, yes.
and want to go ahead of your text for you. You got to tell it, listen, slow down. You don't know English because you're messing up right now. Look what you're about to spell and send out in my name, you know. If it's going too fast, take your time, slow it down, look at all the letters before you send it. Reread your sentence.
Yes.
Read your thoughts.
So
because
important.
sometimes the way it come across from your mind, it don't hit the sheet that right.
Not at all.
You know. And when you read it, it's like, wow. Like my student, I always make this joke because that was the funniest thing I ever saw. He was writing his concept map. He said, finally, the patient is immobile. Like you've been praying all day for the patient to be immobile.
My mom always told me this about reading. She said, read instructions. She said when she was on Rick's, she said she went the first day of school. The man gave them this pre-test, and the test was so easy. But in the instruction, it said, write your name and do not answer any question.
Oh.
Yes. And so she wrote her name and she didn't answer any question. And people were there just filling out, and being the first to take their papers up. And she told me, she said at the end, she said that class, I think either 2 people passed.
Oh, wow.
The test.
Can you imagine that?
Because they failed to read instruction. And whenever I'm teaching, all of my students know the first day of class, I will give them no matter what class it is.
Yeah.
If it's medical math, I will give them a simple, arithmetic, subtraction. But in the instruction, I will put only write your name, do not answer. And every time, so all of my students know me for that. And I'll tell them, I said, now you in this class, don't tell the other people because then you will not be doing yourself a favor.
Yeah.
But at the first day of every class, every new course, I will do that.
And Fasia, what that is called? It's a mind block that takes away what you want, but what the person wants. So by the time you see the paper and it says a test, your mind say, let's answer the question so we can pass.
They don't
it's a whole different mindset. You don't even read that instruction. You think you're reading the instruction, but you don't read it. You just want to go and answer.
Yeah, you just skim over it and you don't read the full thing, and you just put your name, and then you think and say, okay, say put your name and answer the question. No, do not answer the questions.
Yeah, it's assumption of the mind. Yeah, it's good to read instructions. I'm telling you, it's good to read instructions. Well, and especially in our field, you have to. You have to tell somebody before you know you messed up, So you have to pay attention to detail.
You have to, because like what we just did today, there are medications that sound so much alike.
Yep.
But does 2 different things and can stop a person's respiration in a second.
Yep.
So you have to you have to read, you have to pay attention.
Yep. Yep. And trust me, it doesn't make you dull. It
No.
doesn't make you a novice. It just makes you smarter when you're able to stop and ask questions.
Oh, no
Look it
question is a
up.
dumb question. That's my
Pay
philosophy.
attention to details, you know.
No question is a dumb question because if you are thinking that question,
Somebody
especially
else
in the
is.
classroom, somebody else is they're just either
It
too
just ain't
shy
bold enough to
or
answer.
afraid to ask.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you don't know something, somebody, say a word you don't know, I have no problem asking you what is the meaning of that,
What's
no
the
matter
meaning
the
of that
level of my
word?
education.
Yes.
Or if I don't want to ask, I'll go and look it up myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But if they're explaining something to you and you don't know, I ask you, what is that? There are some things here, my colleague, when we're in the office talking and she will say something, I don't know what it is. Some terminology she will use that they do here. I'm not familiar with that. I
Yeah.
ask her, what's that? Some kind of cheese board, a chittery board or something they call it.
Oh,
Charcuterie, charcuterie board, I think. It's a setup with cheese and crackers and this and I didn't know what that was called, and she said it in a sentence. I said, "What's that?" We have this inside joke. If they say, "I'm African," and we all
I claim it.
and we all start laughing. But if I don't know something, that was my first time hearing about. I think it's called. I think it's a charcuterie board or something.
Mm.
It's a setup that you put cheese if you're having guests over.
Professor, you know the funny thing? Yeah, there is nothing that don't have a name.
I mean,
For us, we come with a description of what it is. Crackers and cheese in a plate. But that has a name.
yes, I think it's called I'll have to look. Hey Siri, what is a charcuterie board?
A charcuterie board is an appetizer typically served on.
See? Hey Siri, what is a charcuterie board?
Here's some information.
Yeah, there it is. Charcuterie board.
Yes.
CHARCUTERRE. Yep.
That was my first time hearing that. A girl from Africa, I don't know what a charcuterie board. But you know what? I was not embarrassed to ask at all because
You
I
learn
don't
something
know.
different. You learn something different.
Yes.
Because for us, we're going to say, just make some crackers, some cheese, and put a
Yeah,
little
and put
bit
it on
of
the platter.
olives, a little bit of grapes, and put a little bit of this. We'll tell you everything that's in the recipe, but we don't know it by that name.
Yeah.
And
But
there's
see,
somebody
I
who
asked,
went to
and now
culinary
that
school.
stuff is stuck. Even though I
Yeah.
couldn't remember,
Yeah.
but I was able to remember it, at the end.
Yeah. And
So
Fasia,
never
that's
be
the
too
thing
shy to
about
ask.
jargons. That's the thing about jargons. Certain disciplines, certain career will use different jargons that only people in that jargon knows and can explain to you. You
Yeah.
and I, not there, will not understand what that means, and it's like, I've never heard that before. But it's not that you're ignorant. No, you just don't know it because you are not in that discipline, so you don't understand it. There's so many things. When the culinary people talk, you will sit down there and be like, isn't that biscuit and butter? But
I
that's
know.
not what they call biscuit and butter. They
It's
got
like
a
you and
name
I
for
going
it.
home and we're telling somebody, "Oh, can you get me some avocado?" They will look at you like, "What?"
Yeah.
Because we know it as butter pear.
Yes. Yes.
So they will be looking at you. What's an avocado?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
another name for butter pear.
Yeah. Or pawpaw and
Pawpaw.
papaya.
Papaya.
Yeah. Don't never be ashamed or embarrassed to ask anything you don't know. It's just a learning curve, and we will never stop learning. Once your mind is open, you will learn. There's nothing new under the sun, but it's something new to somebody. So the more you're open-minded, the more you will learn something new. Okay.
So true. Always ask
So
questions.
always remember, share, like, comment, send in your message so that we can discuss what is interesting to you. At the end of the day, we all gonna benefit from your topic of interest because we bring to you what we all want to know about. But we're not just gonna pick it randomly and just bring it. Somebody interest, bring somebody knowledge. So this is what thank God it is fabulous. It's all about because at the end of the day, we are fabulous.
That's right.
So we keep learning every day. We learn something new. We
Yes.
find something new, and it makes us grow. Okay. It doesn't
Knowledge is
matter what you're
power.
going through.
Or what you have been through.
Thank
Thank God
God it
it is
is fabulous.
fabulous. And welcome to the month of May. This
Yes.
is the 5th month of the year. This is the month of grace. His grace is sufficient for you and I. So,
Oh, another thing to all the graduates,
yes,
congratulations. My
congratulations.
baby that I used to, when this girl, when her mom had her, I used to go and give her the bath. Can you imagine that?
Just imagine.
How mature was I to be bathing the baby? But I was the big baby bather. I would go and bathe her, stretch all her little bones. My baby graduated from college. And we're going to
Wow.
Ohio on Sunday to celebrate Miss Kuma. You know,
Oh,
she did good. We're so proud of her. She like, Auntie, we're supposed to go to Baccalaureate today. But by the time I got here and I look at the traffic on 4-hour drive to Athens, I'm like,
there's
this ain't
no way
gonna
you would
cut
have
it.
made it.
By the
Yeah.
time I get there, the program will be over. It will just be a wasted drive. She said, but the auntie just come to the the graduation party. I said, okay, I'll be in Ohio bright and early Sunday morning to celebrate with you, Kuma. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. To all those other ones out there, I know my Annie's son graduated. Congratulations too. She's
Congratulations.
having cookout for him. Let's see if I can get her date
I think
out
it's this
there.
weekend. I think it's the 4th. It's tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
I believe
for
so.
real,
You know, for
Fasia?
those of us who work weekends, we get to miss all the stuff, you know,
Yes, you get to miss all the good stuff.
all the good stuff.
Well, we will. Oh, you know what? We'll find a way to go and eat some because it's always nice to have a good time. And next week we have Miss Betty Coker on the show, and she will be talking about travels, places she have gone, things she has seen,
Mm,
and it will amaze you some of the things that
that's
she
my hobby. I
yes.
love to travel. Woo,
Oh, Mama, I never fear going to a place I haven't been
that's my
because I
hobby.
know I'm going to meet a friend.
Every getaway I could get, I get away.
Yes, yes, yes. Never fear to step out. Be bold. Step out and learn something new. Because remember now, there are no strangers. They're just friends you haven't met.
That's true.
So take a bold step and meet somebody new wherever you go. But time is where we got it. We came in early and we're going out early.
Really?
We're
Yeah.
still going to keep your hour or 1 hour so that we do not bore you anymore because you know, as an educator, I will talk you out of your shoes. But I won't try to do that with you because we love our audience. So
Ooh,
be good. Take care of yourself. This is the month of May showers. So plant. I've started my garden again. And oh my goodness, I was in the dirt yesterday. Do you know I found out that sage can
mhm.
grow all year round outside?
Really?
First year, my sage I planted last year in the spring. Stayed through the winter outside. I thought it
Oh,
was going to
wow.
die. It stayed and I went and uprooted it. I'm like, I didn't know you were life everlasting.
Mm,
Yeah, and I brought it
that's
with
good
me
to
to my
know.
new place. Yeah. Even my garden, and I thought everything had died. I went there. Onions have started to bloom by itself.
Wow.
My parsley started blooming by itself. My mint took over the whole garden. I don't know
Mm,
how it did it. I went and I root up a whole lot of them and I brought it with me and I planted it again. So we're getting back to the garden. Remember, you got to grow your food. You don't know where it's coming from. If you can grow it, grow it. You don't want to just keep buying it all the time.
mhm.
So it doesn't matter what you're going through.
Or what you have been through.
Thank
Thank
God
God
is
it is
fabulous.
fabulous.
Have a good evening.
Good night. Have a great weekend. Be safe and
Yes.
have a great rest of the week. We have 5 more seconds to be 1 hour. 2, 1, 0.